Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles. This channel is dedicated to educational content based on real-life cases and true events. This content shared here is drawn directly from the actual case file, and no names, places, or items have been changed. However, the content has been carefully summarized and presented for educational purposes in a comprehension format to inform, enlighten, and spark meaningful discussions. Whether you're here to learn, reflect, or simply understand the real-world scenarios better, you're in the right place. We believe in the power of truthful storytelling to educate and inspire. Disclaimer: while all stories are based on real cases, they are presented in a condensed and structured format for clarity and learning. Viewer discretion is advised where necessary. This case is cited from the Nigerian High Court online file, which is public record. This is a case between Benjamin Anozie Ukwuoma versus Cordelia Ukwuoma Court, High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Judicial Division. Presiding Judge, Honor Justice O.A. Musa. Date of judgment, 5th February 2021. This matter involved a petition by the petitioner, Benjamin Anozie Ukwuoma, seeking the dissolution of his marriage to the respondent, Cordelia Ukwuoma. The basis for the petition was that the marriage had broken down irretrievably due to the parties having lived apart for over 14 years prior to the filing of the petition on the 19th December 2017. Under Section 15.1 and 15.2f of the Matrimonial Causes Act (MCA), the court is empowered to grant a decree of dissolution of marriage if the petitioner establishes that the parties have lived apart for a continuous period of at least 3 years immediately preceding the presentation of the petition. The law does not require fault or blame under this particular ground. It is enough that the couple has been separated for the requisite duration. The respondent was served but did not respond or file a defense. Therefore, the case was heard as undefended. The petitioner testified as PW1 and stated that the separation began in October 2000 when the respondent asked him to move out. He also confirmed that various reconciliation efforts, including interventions by family and religious institutions, failed. The court found that the petitioner's evidence was credible and unchallenged. It held that the requirement under Section 15.2f MCA was fulfilled since the parties had lived apart for 17 years. Consequently, the marriage, which was contracted on the 15th October 1994 at Our Savior Church, Lagos, was dissolved. Who won and why? Winner: the petitioner, Benjamin Anozie Ukwuoma. Why the respondent lost? The respondent lost primarily because she failed to respond to the petition or appear in court, effectively waiving her right to contest the proceedings. Additionally, the law under Section 15.2f of the MCA is strict and does not consider fault. Since the petitioner demonstrated that the parties had lived apart for a continuous period exceeding 3 years immediately before filing the petition, the court had no discretion but to grant the decree of dissolution. The judgment relied on the uncontroverted and credible testimony of the petitioner. Further analysis and how it could have been avoided. This case underscores the importance of communication, reconciliation, and legal responsiveness in matrimonial matters. The long-standing separation of 17 years suggests deep-seated issues that were never resolved. The respondent's absence from court and failure to engage in the legal process essentially ensured a judgment against her. To avoid such an outcome, early reconciliation efforts, professional mediation, or marriage counseling early in the separation period might have salvaged the relationship, or at least led to a more amicable resolution. Legal engagement. The respondent should have responded to the petition to present her side of the story or contest the claims. Silence in legal proceedings can often be taken as admission or consent. Timely action. Waiting 17 years before seeking legal redress delayed closure for both parties. Prompt legal steps help in avoiding prolonged emotional and legal uncertainty. Alternative dispute resolution, ADR. If both parties had agreed, ADR mechanisms could have led to a structured separation or reconciliation without litigation. In essence, lack of mutual engagement and prolonged indifference compounded by legal inaction led to the inevitable dissolution of the marriage by judicial decree. Thanks so much for watching, fam. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button Drop a comment below and let me know what you think about the case. I love hearing your thoughts and feedback. And hey, if you felt a connection or learned something new, give this video a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and I'll catch you in the next one.